A beautiful day to you all. A fake presidential agency, dozens of allegedly forged government documents, a man accused of presenting himself as the head of a non-existent federal institution, and now lawmakers say they have uncovered what could be one of the most elaborate cases of alleged document forgery involving multiple government offices. As the House of Representatives deepens its investigation, fresh revelations are raising serious questions about how official-looking documents allegedly moved through parts of the federal system before the alleged fraud was uncovered. The Nation reported that the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the activities of the purported Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council, known as the PFIPC, says it has uncovered at least 29 allegedly forged official documents linked to the fake agency and its self-acclaimed Director General Adeniyi Adeyemi Matthew. The disclosure was made by the committee's chairman, Honorable Yusuf Gadi, during the appearance of the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogujimi, before the investigative panel.
My question was, what happened after sending the letters to shift out? What was the response before you now go ahead? That's one side. Then number two, the office now, the so-called fake organization was started from the office of the economic advisor to the president. At what point did they transform to this fake agency? And the office of the Accountant General of the Federation could not understand that that office is not existing again, and another office has taken over under the same office, and they also occupied office, and you also have a staff attached to them. And all this period before the chief of staff now wrote a letter or wrote a petition to the Inspector of Police to prove this agency.
The first interface that this fake agency had with OAGF was in November 2024. And so the leadership then, what the fake agency did was to submit a fake act, so we can call it fake now because we have seen it to be fake. Fake act purportedly enacted by National Assembly, fake letter of appointment, everything that was submitted to the leadership in Treasury was fake. And so probably they did not realize that it was fake, and because it was coming from State House, the approval was given for the administrative code to be issued. That is on administrative code. Then on the issue of the office of the Chief Economic Advisor, as far as Treasury is concerned, those two officers were posted to the office of the Chief Economic Advisor to the President under the supervision of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Treasury never assumed or written to the fact that those two officers were being taken over by this fake agency. We never. And the staff also never reported to the office to say that, okay, another council is taking over the office, and the name of the new council or agency has been changed. It was not known to the Treasury. As far as Treasury was concerned, we were dealing with a new agency, not the office of the Chief Economic Advisor to the President. That was why when the request for 5 staff were delivered to us, and we felt that 5 staff was too much for that small agency that was just coming, it was decided that 3 should be enough. It was when all this matter came to limelight that we got to know that 2 of our staff were actually working or being absorbed by the fake agency. We never knew. We thought we believe, based on the record available to Treasury, that those officers were still with the office of the Chief Economic Advisor to the President. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Then, sorry, sir. Then the letter that was written to to Treasury for us to give administrative code, it was responded back to State House. But unfortunately, as event unfold, it was discovered that that letter did not get to State House. It was hijacked, precisely by the same man who claimed to be the DG. Because if our letter responding to the request of the State House that administrative code should be issued, had it been it has gotten to the State House, definitely PAMSEC State House will have noticed that that letter requesting for administrative code was never issued by State House. And every other staff, even those teams that were sent to the agency to, verify, yes, all are currently undergoing disciplinary procedure. We just, initially we wanted the report from police because police came out first. And now recently ICPC to conclude why we are also going through our own internal disciplinary procedure as well.
According to the committee, the alleged forged documents were presented as official correspondence from several key government institutions. Lawmakers said that the documents purportedly originated from the State House of the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Finance, and other government agencies. One of the documents was also said to bear what investigators describe as a forged signature of the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. As part of the investigation, the committee summoned 30 civil servants connected with the activities of the purported agency. The officials are drawn from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, and the Office of the Head of the Civil Service. Lawmakers said that the officials are expected to explain their roles and provide clarification regarding documents linked to the alleged operation of the fake agency. The committee also directed the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, to produce Adeniyi Adeyemi Matthew before the panel. According to lawmakers, the suspect has remained in police custody since his arrest in Osun State on July 15th, after a bench warrant was issued over his failure to appear in court to answer criminal charges filed against him by the police. The committee stated that his appearance is necessary to clarify issues surrounding documents already submitted during the investigation. Speaking during the hearing, Gadi emphasized that the investigation involves not only the reputation of individuals, but also the credibility of major government institutions. He said the committee needs the suspect to authenticate or explain documents attributed to him so lawmakers can complete their assignment without compromising the integrity of the investigation. He stressed that obtaining the suspect's testimony is no longer optional, given the seriousness of the allegations. Representing the Inspector General of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police Bashi Abdullahi confirmed before the committee that some of the documents issued in the name of the purported agency were fake. However, he explained that police investigations remain ongoing and cautioned against disclosing information that could interfere with criminal proceedings. He also confirmed that the police had already filed an 8-count charge against the suspect before the Federal High Court. Police further disclosed that investigations into the matter began following a petition submitted on October 17, 2025 by the Chief of Staff to the President. According to investigators, another petition alleged that the suspect falsely presented himself as the Director General of both the Presidential Economic Advisory Council and the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council. Those allegations eventually led to criminal charges relating to conspiracy and fraud. Investigators also involved lawmakers that the suspect allegedly attempted to use the purported agency to secure office accommodation within the Federal Secretariat, obtain approval to recruit about 300 staff members, seek the inclusion of approximately $1.3 billion in the 2026 appropriation bill for the non-existent agency, and organize a World Investment Summit under the Council's platform. These allegations remain part of the ongoing criminal investigation. During the hearing, lawmakers compared signatures appearing on documents allegedly issued by the Office of the Chief of Staff to the President with authenticated documents obtained by investigators. The police confirmed that the signatures did not match, reinforcing concerns that official government correspondence may have been forged. Committee members also noted that several government institutions that previously appeared before the panel had already disowned documents attributed to them. The Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogujimi, gave lawyers a detailed account of the interactions between the Treasury and the purported council. He explained that every administrative step taken by his office followed normal government procedures based on official-looking documents submitted at that time. According to him, the initial request for an administrative code was received in November 2024 before he assumed office, and officials processed it following established procedures. Ogunjimi also addressed issues relating to staff deployments, account opening requests, and funding. He stated that although the purported council sought administrative support, Treasury single account approval, and domiciliary accounts, no public funds were ultimately released to the organization. He further explained that while provisional administrative actions were taken based on documents presented to the Treasury, subsequent investigation established that the document had allegedly been forged. According to the Accountant General, no personnel, overhead, capital, or intervention funds were ever disbursed to the purported council. The House Committee stressed that it remains careful not to interfere with ongoing police investigation while carrying out its own legislative oversight responsibilities. Lawmakers indicated that the final report could recommend additional actions by security agencies depending on the evidence eventually established during the inquiry. The unfolding investigation has drawn national attention because it raises broader questions about document verification, institutional safeguards, and protection of government systems against impersonation and fraud. As both the legislative investigation and criminal proceedings continue, authorities will be expected to establish exactly how the alleged documents were created, how they entered official channels, and whether any collaborators were involved. The findings could influence future reforms aimed at strengthening documents authentication and protecting the integrity of Nigeria's public institutions. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss our latest updates in Nigeria and worldwide. I'm Chimezun Okoro. I will see you soon.